What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about how to find your flatmate. So a lot of people have actually asked me for this, like genuinely, I'm not just saying this. People have really asked me how I found my flatmate, and I feel like this is quite like an important thing that people ask about but not really talks about. So I'm just gonna let you know what I did and how it kind of worked for me. I think it worked for me. Like, me and my flatmate get along. If you're watching this, shout out. I'm not gonna say your name just in case you want to remain undercover. So this video is just me telling you what I did, how you can go about it. I literally just wrote it down on a serviette like 5 minutes ago. So I really do hope that it does help. If it does, please do share it with other people. Like, comment, tell me what you've done or what you're thinking of doing, and let's just share the knowledge. Okay, cool. Hey guys, just before we go in, I just want to give you guys a quick Teami update. So the Teami product that I've been using for my hair, skin and nails has I've been on it for more than 30 days now. So my journey was like, I think I also expected like some magical transformation. I expected my hair to suddenly be like, and my nails to be like, but if I'm being honest, shame, it did work on my skin. There were days where I felt like my skin was irritated, like I felt like my skin was getting hot, and there was a time where I think I had like a bit of rash here, but it's really hard to say if it was the product or if it was something else. But I mean nothing else changed in my life except that product, so I do want to say maybe it was me reacting slightly, but it was more like a little bit of discomfort, and then in the end you have really great results. I mean, I still love Instagram filters. I still love using those golden skin filters, because who doesn't? But it did work. But the one thing where I can really say it, like I can actually say this was the Teami product, was my energy levels. I know this because as soon as, like, some days I'd miss it, maybe for 2 days even I'd miss it, and I'd be really down and frumpy. But as soon as I had it, like the next morning I'd be back up at 6:30 without my alarm going off. So that was really nice. That, like, I really did enjoy that. But yeah, if you are interested in trying it out, please do try it out with my promo code, just so that you can get a little discount when you check it out. And I really do hope that it works for you the way it works for me. I don't want to say I feel like a brand new person, because no, let's be realistic. Yes, but like I don't think it'll fix like inkinga that are very deep. It's a nice thing to try out. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't, but yeah, you're not gonna magically transform into some beautiful skin goddess. I don't think so. Okay, anyways, back to the video. So firstly, you should consider getting a flatmate, because it is like amazing. Okay, obviously not, because everyone loves their space. Everyone wants to come home and be free to do whatever they like, right? But having a flatmate is actually not as bad as everyone makes it seem, because number one, you get to share your costs. There are so many costs that come to renting out a place, and being able to share those costs with someone else is really amazing. Number two, chances are you've budgeted a little amount for your place. So either you're going to be living in a really ugly place because you're tight on your budget, or you're going to be overspending on the place you're staying at because you want an aesthetically pleasing place but you don't want to share. So rent is probably like up here. So the best way for you to live in a nice place but still be able to like use your money wisely is to share with someone. Another benefit of sharing is that you actually get to have someone to talk to. I know a lot of people don't actually talk about this, but moving cities or starting a new job is such a daunting process, and I know for myself this year has been really tough in terms of like making friends. I'm someone who's really bubbly, like I can make friends easily, but because of lockdown, like there wasn't really an opportunity to make friends. Sure, you work with people, but like after the office it's like tunchi papayin. So having a flatmate, having someone to come home and talk to, someone to cry to, if there's something going on in your family, you can talk to them. That has been really amazing, and I think people really do undervalue the importance of having some human interaction. Okay, I'll get to all the benefits, the pros and cons of flatmates, but I'm just letting you know that if you are someone who's about to start working, chances are you're not earning a lot, so you don't want to be spending too much money on a place that you actually won't call your own at the end of the year. So sharing with someone is a really great idea, especially if you want to buy a car or you have to send money back home or all of those things. Okay, cool. So finding a flatmate is usually stressful because people are like, they're not sure if they want to move in with friends or strangers, or sometimes you don't really have like the same values, or you think someone is really nice because you stalk them on Instagram and turns out they don't flush the toilet, they don't take out the bin and all of those things. So when you pick a flatmate, it's really important. It's basically like picking your partner for life. You know, as picky as you are when it comes to relationships, you need to be as picky with your flatmate, because you could be living in the best place with the nicest facilities, but if your person is a pig, you're gonna have a really hard time. You won't even be able to invite people over because you know your flatmate is embarrassing, or they don't clean, or they fart in every single room and all of that. Or you might also be really scared to go home because maybe your flatmate is super clean and no shoes allowed in the house. You have to wear white socks when you're walking on the tiles because they've cleaned. So, you know, you don't even feel comfortable in a place that you're paying rent for, which is why it's so important to make sure that you find someone who aligns with you and the type of person you are. So what I did, I actually set out a post on Twitter. I use Twitter because Twitter, people are so quick to share on Twitter. You just ask, please retweet this, and people retweet. Like, we don't care as long as you get your help. So I ask, hey guys, I'm looking for someone to share a 2-bed, 2-bath with. My budget is about 4,000, so in total the rent will be 8,000 around this area. I think I said 4 Ways, Danefern, whatever. So that was what I tweeted. And I also posted potential pictures. I said, I'm looking at places like this. Please do feel free to come with your own suggestions, but so far this is what I have found. Then I said, please note, I am looking for someone who does not mind not taking the main bedroom, because I wanted the main bedroom. A lot of people on Twitter went off at me. They're like, if you guys are going to be paying the same rent, why are you taking the main bedroom? You're usile, you're a bully. And I didn't entertain those because I was like, I'm not going to entertain these people because I'm going to speak to the person who will actually approach me. And the reason I said I'm taking the main bedroom is because I was going to be coming with the washing machine, the fridge, the couch, and all of those things. But you see, on Twitter, people were vilifying me and I didn't really care. I think I don't care about Twitter anymore because I've been on the good and the bad side, so it's like whatever. Anyway, so that's what I did. Posted what I wanted, posted the type of person I was looking for. I also specified that it had to be someone who was new to Johannesburg. I didn't want a situation where I moved to Johannesburg and I have like an older sister, someone who's trying to show me the ropes. I'm not trying to be coached. You know, we must both be new, we must both not know what we're doing, so that way we can both figure out the city. So those are my requirements, and surprisingly enough, I found a lot of people. With those people who were actually DMing me, some of them were people from like my old high school, so I kind of knew them. Some of them were a lot older than me, and I was like, nah, definitely not. Like, I told them, I'm sorry, I don't want an older sister. Good luck though. You know, and you have to be very strict with your criteria, because I could have easily just said, okay, let me just go with her because I know she's from the same town as me. Big no, don't do that, because in the long run, when someone is like, when you can't approach your flatmate, when you can't correct them, that's a really big thing for me, because I like living in peace and I like being able to tell someone that, hey, I didn't like what you did, please don't do it. And now if you're in a situation where the power dynamics are really different because someone's like 10 years older than you, there's no way you're going to tell someone who's the age of your older cousin, that I don't like that you brought your boyfriend over, or I don't like that you leave coffee stains or whatever. Cool. I'm so nervous. Do not be afraid of setting standards, because rather you get like 2 or 3 people than you get 1,000 people and none of them actually fit your criteria. Okay, and then once I had my flatmate, my potential flatmate, I asked her to fill out a questionnaire. So I had made this questionnaire, and I'll actually just put it down in the link below, so you can also just copy and paste that questionnaire for your potential flatmate. And I asked her to fill it out. I told her that I'd filled out my section, and once she's ready, we can both send it to each other like immediately. So she filled it out, and then she copied and pasted it, and then I pasted mine. The catch with this is that you have to do it exactly the same time she sends it to you. So your flatmate cannot send you their responses and then you send yours an hour later, because you've probably read their responses and now you're trying to change yours to fit like whatever emotional character that they've portrayed with their answers. So you need to send them like within the same minutes, just so that I know that you're being honest and this is really who you are. So my flatmate sent me her responses, I sent her mine, and like it was like, oh wait, we are similar. We're obviously not the same, but we were similar. Things that I was looking for, I remember some of them were like, do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you have issues with people who drink or smoke? Just so that I could gauge how she was. You know, I didn't want to find myself in a situation where I want to have a drink and now I can't have a drink because my flatmate is really against alcohol, or maybe she's a recovering alcoholic, because these things do happen and I don't want to be putting temptation in front of you. So, you know, I had to clear the air with that. And also, just like, even if you're not someone who drinks, but like think about your visitors. What if your partner comes over and they drink? Will your flatmate be fine with that? And that's another thing. I also asked if my flatmate was dating and where their partner was situated. So with me being in a long distance relationship, I didn't foresee my boyfriend coming over frequently. Maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months, and you know, and it would probably be like a long-ish sleepover. It wouldn't be like a one night and then he leaves. It would probably be like a weekend, long weekend type of thing. So I was lucky because my flatmate's partner is also not from the same province as us, so he was also not someone who's going to come in like as frequently as you would expect. And the reason I asked this, guys, I know it's very personal. Some people are like, yo, these questions are personal. The reason is because when someone has a partner who lives close by, 1 second you're sharing a lease with one person, the next thing there's 3 people in the flat. And I didn't want to find myself in a situation where now I can't walk out in a towel in my flat because your boyfriend basically lives with us, or we can't even split the electricity because you basically have to pay for 2 people and I have to pay for 1. And that type of stuff does happen, and when it does happen, then you need to talk about it. And also, as a person who's adding on someone, so like if your boyfriend is staying on for longer than you expected, you need to take the initiative and say, listen, I'm gonna pay double what you pay for electricity, because I know that you are, you know, there's 1 of you and there's 2 of us. You need to take the initiative. So yeah, there are like things happen, but that's why you need to talk to your flatmates, and that's why it has to be someone you are not scared of. If it's an older person, a person who used to be your prefect, then now suddenly the lines are blurred. You don't know how to actually speak up. You don't know how to tell them that, listen, bruh, you use your electric blanket, you charge your laptop, you charge your friend's laptop, your friends come over with this and this and this, and they charge this and this and this, and they use all of our electricity. If you can't speak to your person, then you're gonna be stuck there paying 1,000 for electricity when you only use 300 rand. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically how things worked out with me. I didn't actually meet my flatmates. We met at the actual property when we moved in on the 1st of Feb, which was already a bad idea. But I mean, I think with her, I'd seen her, I'd stalked her on Instagram, and we both could not get to Johannesburg until we were moving in. So it was really So it was a really big gamble for both of us, because I mean, we saw the place for the first time when we moved in. We saw each other for the first time when we moved in. But you know, with technology, guys, you can video call, because that's how we did our viewing. We got video calls for all of our places, because I was from KZN and she was from Eastern Cape, and we were both moving to Joburg, but we couldn't get there anytime earlier, and we didn't have any people to actually go view for us. So video calls, and guys, I specify video calls because pictures, I can take pictures off of a site and be like, here, you can rent this place, and then you get there and it's nothing. Unlike a video call, you know, someone has to walk around and someone has to show you every single thing. You can't manipulate a video. At least I don't think people are that advanced yet. Yeah, and I specify video call, not an actual video where they just send it to you, because you can still manipulate that, you can edit that. But in a WhatsApp video call, you literally ask a person, okay, please move to the left, okay, please go back, please, yeah, you get me. Okay, so how does the actual administrative process go? So when you are actually signing your lease, usually it'll be both you and your flatmate, because they'll request both of your documents, both of your employment contracts. Also, guys, please do make sure that your person is employed, and actually look at their employment contract as well, just so that you can be sure that they are employed for a period of 12 months, so that you can make sure that throughout your lease they will be able to pay. Like I said, everyone's gonna say this is so invasive, but guys, this is your partner. This is like your life partner. You can't be shy about employment contracts and how much people earn when you have to share an apartment with them, because if you guys miss out on a payment, chances are your name is on that lease. And if they miss a payment, your credit score is also going to get affected. So it's not like, that's why I say try not to go into business, or try not to go to bed with people that are your friends or family, because it's really hard to ask those people for documents. Whereas if it's a stranger, it's like, listen, I don't know you, so I can't trust you. That's why I need to see proof. I need to see paper. Unlike if it's your best friend from way back then and you have to trust them because, come on, we go way back. That's how you get screwed. That's how you get fucked over, because you believe, you know, this person would never do me dirty. And then 3 months down the line, they haven't been paying rent, and now your credit is through the mud and no one will take you. So you have to move out of your current place. No one will take you, and you can't even get a loan to do anything. People usually ask, how do you split the furniture when you're furnishing your place? So it's really like, if you're just starting out, it's really just a come as you are. You probably don't have much. I remember we didn't have couches for the longest time. We didn't have a TV for the longest time, which is why I'm not doing an apartment tour anytime soon, because we are still trying to finish it. But you know, before you guys move in, you will talk that I am planning to buy this. My flatmate knew I was bringing a washing machine, I was bringing a fridge, and then she was bringing a microwave, and she was bringing a TV, and I can't remember what else. So we knew going ahead, it's okay, this person's bringing this and I'm bringing that. So you need to talk. But you'll see, guys, like, you can't expect your apartment to be fully furnished the day you move in, because chances are you both are probably starting out. So you're tight on money. You need to get uniform, you need to buy food for lunch. You need to pay the deposit and the rent. And guys, like, don't underestimate that thing, because basically you have to pay double rent in 1 month. So don't rush the furnishing of your thing. But like with your flat, if you want to buy something, maybe just talk to him and be like, I'm thinking of buying one of those side tables, you know, from Deco Firm, blah blah blah. Then the person will be like, wait. But obviously, if it's just something small like a side table, you don't need to come consult. You can just buy it. I'm not gonna say, hey, please don't put this nonsense in my flat. Like, dude, I don't have side tables, so if you're gonna bring side tables, sharp, go for it. But obviously, like, certain things are like, you have to sort of get clearance. So if you want to get like a buck head installed on our wall, then you have to talk to me, because that's permanent, you know, and you have to get people to come drill it in. Then you talk to me, because we're altering the place. But if it's something that you can buy, and if I don't like it, you can move it to your room, you don't really need to consult. And maybe you can talk, have a casual chat of where you guys see your living room going. And remember, you only have to discuss over the places that you share. So it's the kitchen and the lounge. What you do in your room and I do in my room, completely up to us. Like, I don't have to know, you don't have to know. So yeah, so just talk, guys. This person, just talk. Just talk, that's all I can say, just talk. Yeah, guys, like, you guys will just have to see. Like, I don't think there's a formula to this, but you just need to make sure, like, the biggest thing that I can say, make sure you are living with someone who is considerate. And you can see this from early signs, like when you guys are still chatting on WhatsApp, getting to know each other, talking about how to pay the deposit, talking about where to stay. You can pick up on someone's mannerisms. So if you feel even the slightest that this person could be a bit rude, or you might be afraid of speaking to them, then maybe don't move in with them. And also, guys, don't feel obliged to move in with the person that you click with first. Sharp, I click with you, but then someone else comes with an offer and suddenly I really like that person. Just let them down easily and go with the other person, because rather you disappoint someone for like 2 minutes than go and live with them for a whole 12 months and you realize that this is the worst decision I have ever made in my life. This person is so inconsiderate, they are rude, they are messy, they are this, they are that, all because you couldn't disappoint them for 2 minutes. So yeah, but you'll be fine. Just good luck, and luckily it's only 12 months, so if it doesn't go well, you can always choose another partner the next year. But yeah, just remember to respect people, respect people's space, and talk. Communication is so important. Do not allow your relationship with your flatmate to deteriorate just because you fail to talk. If they are doing something that you don't like, tell them, because chances are no one ever told them at home that what they do is actually weird. I'm just trying to think. So like, if you don't like someone who leaves mugs in the kitchen sink, just let them know that, hey, if it's possible, please can you wash your coffee mugs before you leave the house. If they say nah, they can't, then they can't, because also guys, you can't expect people to be super clean all the time. We are stressed, we have things to do at work, but like, just let them know that that is what you would like, because then they'll be a lot more conscious that I have 5 minutes to spare, I can wash this cup of coffee. But also now, don't be dramatic, don't be wanting people to wash their pots immediately after they cook. Like, you know, for me, I'm always like, I don't mind dishes that stay on for a day and a half. Yeah, if it goes more than that, then I'm probably also gonna just wash it, because I know my flatmate also washes my stuff. So it's just like, respect the person, obviously touch what's yours, but like, as the time goes along, you guys will become a lot familiar, and that's the beauty of it. When you move in with someone that is a stranger, you have an opportunity to become friends with them, and my flatmate and I are actually becoming really great friends. I think we've just been really supportive towards each other, especially because this year has gone to the dogs. So that's a really nice thing, and which is why I will always promote moving in with a stranger rather than someone you are friends with, because when you're friends, you can't even address things, or when you're family, you can't address things because you're scared that you're going to ruin the friendship, or it's going to be reported back at home, and then now your family has to come in and solve your issues because Usman Bani and Usman Bani, and you know, it's just a mess. But also guys, please, I said strangers, right? But even if it's not strangers, always make sure that you request proof of payment. That is the, or if you didn't get anything in this video, please remember, request proof of payment when you pay rent, because chances are your complex will say they can't debit 4k from both of your accounts, so they want to take the full 8,000 from one account. Always request proof of payment. I met this other lady the other time when I was out on a Friday evening drinking, and she had told me that she had just gotten kicked out. So I was like, what had happened is that her flatmate was the leaseholder, and she would pay the money to the flatmate, and the flatmate would have to pay to the complex. But the flatmate was not paying. Like, flatmate was like, I need the money to do other things. So they were 3 months behind, and then yeah, they got notices, but the flatmate wouldn't pass them on, because I mean, as the leaseholder, the complex communicates directly to you. They don't care about who lives with you. And that lady got home one day, her fingerprint and her handprint wouldn't work. Security allowed her in though, and then when she got to her door, she couldn't actually open it because they changed the locks, because they were 3 months behind rent, and she had to move out. And guys, it's such a, like, it's a stress. I told her, luckily your name is not on that lease, so it's not your name that's gonna get dragged, but chances are with you guys, you will sign a joint lease, so your name will be on. So always request proof of payment. I know it sounds rude, especially because it sounds rude, and also it's just, man, like, it's annoying, but request it every single month, because that 1 month where you slip, suddenly I want the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and if I've got rent money in my account, so yeah, so just beware, but good luck. Please just check if I'm recording. I can't remember if I'm actually recording or not. Hello, what? Umak.
Gorgeous.
I just farted. I don't remember lathering. Yo, my wig's a fucking mess. I need some silicone or some shit like that, and I left that in Joburg.